Hi guys, it's Angie Bell with my fairy treasures. Okay, you guys, I thought today I would come at you guys with a video on some graffiti art. I've been telling you guys I've been loving making graffiti art, and it's great backgrounds for my girls that I draw, for my paintings. And this is the most recent girl that I've drawn. I think she looks really cool. I'm going to change her up a little bit. I want to darken her up. I want to make her a little more tan. So I like to make my girls look kind of mixed, like my mixed media. I'm so crazy. Anyway, I think I like to make mixed girls because my daughter's mixed, so yeah. So I think she turned out really cool. It's like my little herbal woman. She's like a little herbalist, which I think is going with the theme of my channel right now, which is I've been sharing a lot of my herbal remedies and my herbal recipes, and just sharing things I know about herbs, and kind of creating my art's been going right along with it. So, and it has been even before I started this whole thing, with showing you guys my herbal remedies. So anyway, she'll go on top. She'll be cut out and go on top of my graffiti backgrounds. Okay, so let me just make sure where you guys can see everything if I glue down here. Yeah. Let me just come down a little bit more. Nope, then you guys can't see the bottom. I'm trying to make sure you guys can still see down here. Okay, so what I'm doing is I like to work on two backgrounds at a time. Since you're going to work on one, you might as well work on two, then you get an extra one done also. And a lot of times with my artwork, I'll use the same picture and just have different backgrounds. Because it changes it. It looks like a whole nother background. Or I may color up my girl differently and use her on this one. Or I may use the same girl and use her twice and use it on two different backgrounds that I make at the same time. It's just a way of getting double the bang out of what you're doing at the time. Or you just always have an extra background ready for your next project. Okay, so let me stop babbling on. What I have down here is just a base. Oh, and what I'm going to do is called graffiti background. And what it is, you know, it's a lot of what we already do, but I want to make it look a little bit more graffiti-ish. So I'm going to put all these pieces of paper down here, glue all these down, and then I start gluing stuff down like this, or stuff like this on top of it. And then after that, then we will layer on some stencils. And we'll do some sprays. We'll lay on some stencils with acrylic. Probably to do some sprays on top of that. We'll probably do some stamping. I'll probably take some. I have India ink. Let me show you guys what that is. I got this stuff. Oh, can't see it with that on there. Let me take this off. I got India inks, Bombay India inks. I love these, and I want to pour them and do some drippage with these, which I think will look really cool at the top. And then at the end, in black, like you would see on a graffiti wall, I want to take black and like either draw like some real cool symbol on there, a couple of cool symbols in black, so it looks like there's graffiti on top of it. Oh, and also before I do that, after we get all the graffiti on there, I will do a light coverage of some acrylic paint watered down, or some watercolor, something translucent. And today I haven't been using some of my stuff, so I might use gelatos instead. Or I might use, I'll show you guys. I haven't used these yet. And they are the Reflections Color Splash water crayons. So if they're nice and translucent, like you can see through them, I'll use these. So I'll just leave those out so that I make sure I use them. I need to start using the stuff I have. I have so many things I buy, and I keep sticking with just acrylic paint. And if you guys want to do a technique like this, you can just use your just regular acrylic paints and water that down. So anyway, let me stop babbling on and just like get started. So, because it is a little bit of a process to do this, but I love it. Okay, so let's go ahead and start getting everything pasted down. I'm really liking the lighting in here today. I have a nice light here in the room, but I opened the window, and that just really helps. Or I opened my blinds. If you guys hear a little background, hey Dee Dee Willingham, you're in my background. I'm on your Ustream right now watching you. while I'm filming my video. It's funny. Well, I want to finish seeing what she's doing here. She's working on art cards, and she does. She's the one I learned the collage process from, where you take stuff out of magazines and you turn the magazine pieces into other things, and do a collage. Well, you can make little worlds. You can make a collage background out of that technique. I like to make a collage background for my girls out of that technique. So anyway, I'm just watching her. She's making little art cards. Okay, let me explain what I'm doing here. I am just pasting down my pieces, which, you know, you can totally see what I'm doing. But what I wanted to explain is I am using a thing called matte medium. I use Liquitex. I also use Golden's. Wherever I'm at is the one I use. But what's good about this is that it makes it a paintable surface afterwards. So you can still add layers upon layers. It doesn't seal it. It makes it a paintable surface. Also, if you put some paint down and you don't like that color, you can just wipe the paint off. So that's why the matte medium is really, really important. Yes, it's expensive, girls. Use a coupon. That's all I can say about that. I know the price on that is ridiculous. I completely agree with the price not being cheap. But the fact that it makes it a paintable surface and you can wipe it off, it's worth the money. So I just suck it up and I get a coupon. About it, I'm always looking for the cheaper route. I will look at Home Depot and see if there's not anything at Home Depot that you can replace this with and use that. Use something at Home Depot because I use Kills for my gesso. Way, way good price. You get a gallon of gesso or a gallon of Kills, which is just like it's a wall primer. Acts just like gesso because it's a primer. And it's $15 for a gallon. And that's what I use for gesso. So I'm all about especially going to Home Depot and finding some of the same stuff we use in crafting and save money. For sure. Okay, so I'm just gluing all these down. And you're going to glue them down and use a card. Woo. This right here is some, ooh, that stuff is thin. This is, what is this? I'm trying to think, it's not freezer paper. I'm trying to think what the heck this stuff is, but I ran it through my embosser, and I love it with ink. Is that how I did that? No, I rubbed this. Okay, I'm trying to think what this, I rubbed it over, that is something I need to show you guys. I took an embossing folder, and I took a brown crayon and did a rub over an embossing folder. You know, like when you're little, you would go around the classroom and you do like little rubs, like you get a crayon, you put a piece of paper over something that has a texture on it and you rub it. That's what this is, but I rubbed it over an embossing folder. I have to share that with you guys. That was really, really cool. And you can use them in your backgrounds, in your mixed media pieces. So, I think that's really cool. You know, I should write that idea down. Let me write that down so I don't forget, because I always say that and then I don't always write them down. So what did I say? I wanted to do the this here. We'll just call it a rub. Okay. Do little, I think it's called doing little rubbings. Okay. You know, you can do little rubbings too, the same thing. You can use just a piece of print paper from just a piece of copy paper. You can use a piece of copy paper and do it. I'm trying to think what I used here. This is called, is it freezer paper, you guys? You guys, just a minute. That is so bothering me. I'm gonna go look in my other craft room and see what I use. Okay, you guys, I'm back. Alright, that's what it is. I can't stand when I do that. I just cannot think of the name of something. That drives me nuts. Okay, I use deli paper. Okay? So I did my rubbings over deli paper. So I took the embossing folder, put it down, then I put the deli paper on top, and I took my crayon and went over it. And it makes these little cool impressions. Isn't that cool? You can also take your deli paper or, like I said, print copy paper or whatever, go outside. I went outside to the drain out in front of my house because it had a really cool writing on it, and I went right over with the crayon onto the deli paper. And you can get these really cool prints. Like, look at that one. I need to, like I said, I'll do a video on this. There's another one. There's another one. Aren't these cool? I really love this one, how this print turned out. I'll probably use it in my thing. And this stuff, even though it's waxy, it lays down nice in your mixed media pieces. So, okay. All right, let's glue this piece down. I think it's funny that you can hear Dee Dee's voice in the background. She does a Ustream show every Monday morning. It's called Inkwell. It's on Ustream. She does it well, I live in Vegas. It comes on at 6 in the morning. No, it comes on at 6, yeah. And that's West Coast time. But if you're East Coast, it comes on at 9. So yes, I have to get up hecka early to catch her show. 6 o'clock isn't really too early. That's about what time I get up anyway. I just have to, like, hurry and get out of bed, not linger around and get to the computer or my iPad. But her show is a lot of fun. She's a wealth of knowledge. I love watching her show. I love the girls. The girls are great. It's really fun. You guys should join us over there. In fact, she's wrapping up right now on her video, so in a minute we won't have any background. We won't have Dee Dee in the background. If she sees this video, it's going to be hilarious. Now, I am using that matte medium, like I said, and I'm going to, at the end, I will, I'll put matte medium across the entire top of this whole thing so I can make it a paintable surface and a wipeable surface. Okay. Now, some people like to, and a lot of people like to put glue on the bottom of the paper, of your paper, and whatever you're gluing down, and on the surface, and then put it down. I don't do it because a lot of times my pieces are so thin that everything rips up, and also my hands get so gluey. I hate it. So, I don't know. This works for me. So, this is how I do it. But you glue down your pieces however you feel. However you want to do it. Whatever makes you feel good, people. Okay, so we're going to keep gluing these pieces down. Okay. I like that. Brief is better. 55. Fiction. Who knows what that means? I thought it looked cool. So I should tell you, I got these pieces everywhere. Like I told you, this is a rubbing. This was from a Las Vegas newspaper that we get here for free. This is a piece of jelly paper that Poet Spice actually, I think, did for me when we did a little trade. Like a year ago, me and her did a little trade on some jelly prints. We both jelly printed and sent each other some. That's a really fun thing to do because it gets you, you'll have stuff to use in your collages or your backgrounds or your mixed medias, things that you don't normally, colors you don't normally use. So it's kind of cool that way. To do that, to trade with somebody and get their colors down and different papers they're going to use, and then you get really something different in your mixed media, because so many times you keep using the same crap over and over, the same colors, because you know you get stuck in, you like what you like, but it gets you out of that rut and gets your work looking even more interesting if you can do that sometime. Have like a little jelly print swap with somebody. In fact, saying that, I need to do that more often. Just give somebody a little personal message and say, let's do a jelly print swap. Okay, I love this piece right here, so we're going to put this in somewhere. I'm going to back up my camera just a little bit. Let me make sure I'm okay in frame and stuff. Yeah, we're still good. I'm really loving my window open like this. I don't know why I don't do that more often. Where do I want to put this at? It's like this piece is too big. So you know what? We're just going to go like that. Put that right there. I don't care about covering up, you know, of course it's all about layers and covering things up, but I was covering up like too much with that. Okay, and let's use our little card. And I just use a little whatever cards just to make sure everything's adhered well. Okay. And I'm liking that. We'll put that right there. This is fun. The next step is going to be some paint. We're going to throw in some paint, some translucent, something you can see through. Just a second. Okay guys, sorry about that. You guys still there? Yeah. Sorry about that. I had someone at the door. Actually, it kind of freaked me out. Anyway. All right. What am I doing? Continuing on. I don't know what the heck I was talking about. Sorry guys. Okay, this is the next piece. I think this is so cool. This is from a we have a Chinatown here in Las Vegas, and we have a Chinatown here in Las Vegas, and me and my daughter go eat dim sum at this one little Chinese place. It's so fun. You just go around, they come around with a cart, and you just choose things off of the cart to eat. You don't know what the hell you're eating, and it's just like so fun. So, and they have an Asian newspaper. Most of the stores and grocery stores around there have Asian newspapers. And so I always grab a couple of them because I think it's so cool. I love Asian writing. I think it's just so artistic. I mean, I know it's a language, but I mean, it's just beautiful to me. Absolutely beautiful. So I always like to throw in some of this Asian writing in my mixed media backgrounds. It's like my thing. Okay. That up there. God, I'm shaking, you guys. That so freaked me out. I see my window is open, and so, you know, if it's somebody I don't know, I don't want them thinking I'm here by myself or whatever. I don't know. I'm just freaked. That just freaked me out. Anyway, it was only my husband. Anyway. I mean, I'm in my house. What are they going to do? Like, break the window right then and right in front of me? I need to quit acting crazy. Okay. Another Asian piece right here. I'll put that right there. I love this. This is so fun to me. So relaxing. The hard part's already done, and that was when I first drew my girl and then, you know, colored her in. It's not hard, but, you know, it takes focus to draw. It really does. Like, I can't just draw at any time. I have to usually draw in the mornings after I eat because it takes a lot of brain energy. If that makes any sense, because you're making constant decisions and, you know, trying this out and trying that out and erasing this and trying that, and anyway, at least it does for me. Okay, we'll put that little Asian piece in through here, which I think will look cool. I got some really cool napkins to throw in here too over this, and I love napkins because they're so easy to put down, but also you can see what the napkin looks like, that print, and then you can see what's underneath it. So it really starts bringing the layers up. Really, really cool. Okay. What else? All right. I think I like all of this the way this is. Oh, you know what? I want to throw some of this. I love this. Look how cool that is with the clocks. I love clocks. I love clocks. I love watches. Anything, well, anything old, vintage, time worn, I love. We'll put that down here at the bottom. I love time. I love maps. I don't know, anything very vintage, old world, I'm in. I'd rather have an old pair of granny boots before a new pair of shoes, you know? That's just me. Okay. That looks really cool. And again, you're still seeing some of the other stuff from there too, which I think is cool. I'm going to put this little black one in here. And this is, somebody gave this to me. They wrapped my gifts up in it. And I can't remember who, but it might have been little Rhonda Lee, I think. And if it was Rhonda, thank you, girl. I'm using it. Okay, let's put this here. That would look really cool. Okay. I think I can go right on top of it and it'll go through and glue itself down. Am I right? No, it won't. All right. It has a little, this tissue paper, normally it would, but this tissue paper has a little bit of a, I don't know, a little waxiness. It still lays down good, but it has a little bit of waxiness on top, so. Or some type of coating. But it still glues down nice once you put the matte medium down first. Oh, that looks really cool. Loving! Do I see anything else that I want to lay down here? I've got some more Asian writing things. That'd be kind of cool. I can save those for the other one. Oh, this is really cool. I'll put that over here. And we'll save this for over here too. Let's just do another clock. What the heck? Like right here. Okay. Weeks. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's get my little card. Smooth that out. Okay, I'm going to put my other one on the ground. I'm going to move, this is my second one. I'm just going to move that for right now. We'll work on that here in just a second. Okay. Okay, so what I want to do is I'm going to now, I'm going to let this one dry, and then we'll start doing some other stuff. We'll just start doing a layer of different napkins pieces over this. But let's go ahead and glue down the second one now. I'm going to let that one dry. I have a little section over here that I'm letting those pieces dry. Let's see. Make sure you guys can see down here. All right, let's just bring it like that. Sorry, guys. But I want to make sure you guys can see down here and up there. Okay. All right, so let's start gluing some pieces in here. I need to move that away. We can move that away. All right, so we start getting some stuff going. All right, some more matte medium on my little tray, my little plate here. Move those up. So what I like about graffiti art, it's all about the layers and layers and layers and layers. And then on the top, throwing some cool saying on top of it that looks kind of graffiti style, or a symbol, because that's what graffiti's about. You know, somebody's trying to communicate and say something. It's not always in the right area, but a lot of times graffiti art can be really, I mean, I know you guys have seen some really pretty graffiti art. You're like, God, that doesn't really belong on the side of that building, but it's gorgeous, you know? I look at that graffiti art and I think, God, you guys should just like take that. Okay, we're going to continuing on. You know, my camera just turned right off after about 25 minutes. This just goes, bam, you're done. Okay. Okay. It's like I have too much music note paper here, so. Well, you know what? I'm going to go with it. I'm not going to say it's too much music note paper. I'm going to go with it. I'm not going to judge. It's what I chose in the first place. So we're going to go with it. I think that's how this kind of graffiti art turns out the best, is to not think about it too much. Not to get too hung up on one certain thing. Let me move this camera up a little bit. Easier said than done, you know. Trying not to think too hard about things sometimes. But a lot of times that's when things come out the coolest, when you don't think about it. You don't hum and haw about it too much. You just go with the flow. And like I said, that's what I enjoy about this part of it, is I've already, you know, done a lot of focusing when I do my when I drew out my girl. So this part's just kind of carefree. I love it. And like I said, I love the drawing, and I love the drawing too. It's just a different type of energy you have to put out when you draw than when you do like a mixed media background like this, or a graffiti background. And I'll probably take the same one and do my my altered collage backgrounds that I like to do for my dolls, or my girls. I say dolls because I used to also paint. I also draw dolls and stuff too, more caricature type of dolls. So, okay, I got a baby wipe. I'm just constantly trying to wipe off my hands because this stuff is sticky. All right, let's put there. Okay. Okay. Ooh, that just stuck to my hands. Okay. I'm going to use this piece in here, which I think will be really, really cool right here. We'll put that right there. And the more interesting pieces that you use for your graffiti art, the more interesting your graffiti art will look. So, when you see things in magazines or in newspapers, or, you know, you can always be collecting this stuff for your graffiti art everywhere you go. You may see something in a restaurant, like a, an advertisement, or you may see a newspaper when you're out, or anything. Like I said, the Asian stuff I have, this is a an Asian newspaper I found in Chinatown, at one of the restaurants we go to for dim sum. So fun. Me and my daughter love to do that. Okay. All right, there we go. And then we will put this right here. Sometimes I put it on the paper, sometimes I put it on the back of the thing. Oh my gosh, you guys, my hands are so sticky, it's like ridiculous. that little piece just came off. I wonder if it'll go back on. Let's see. It kind of broke off. Never mind. It's too much work to try to get that back on. Anyway. The deli paper can be a little bit sensitive, so just be careful when you're using it. It can want to rip. In fact, you know what? I want to use some more of that deli paper with the numbers. This looks really cool. I'm loving it. It's weird. I would think that this deli paper, because it, you know, it has a little bit of a waxiness to it, maybe, that it wouldn't want to glue down or would resist gluing. This stuff is glues and lays down beautifully, so... you can even jelly print on deli paper. So, you know, jelly print on it. There's a thing called paste paper. You can probably do that on here. Make paste paper out of this, which I'm going to show you guys. I have that down as one of my projects. I'm going to show you guys here pretty soon how to make paste paper. You can do that on this too. And it's all about just coming up with really cool, creative things for your mixed media. Okay, let's put that there. Oh, we'll go ahead and put it on the back of the piece. This one. Okay. Okay, on this one, I'm going to use this. I'm going to put this right here. I thought that's a cool little piece. Okay. This is a neat piece right here. This is a piece of this right here is a piece of jelly print paper that I traded with Poet Spice, and I love how that looks. It's pretty cool. Okay, just see. Oh, this is a cool little thing. I don't know. It's just really cool looking. I don't know what it is exactly, but it'll go right there. Looks like a Native American dream catcher or something. Just thought it looked cool. So like I said, whenever you're seeing cool images anywhere, just start collecting stuff. Just look through magazines and find cool stuff. Okay. I almost like the side that I'm putting the glue on right there, but oh well. I just noticed it after I put the glue on there. Eeks. Okay. Just a second, guys. I'm trying to get some of this glue off my hand. Woo. And I want to find a couple more interesting pieces. Let me show you guys something. I keep a lot of stuff in just a big, huge folder like this of just really fun, cool stuff that I like to use. So here's another Asian piece. I'll probably throw that in there. Find something quickly. Oh, that'll look kind of cool. Okay. Oh, here we go. Found two pieces. Okay. All right. Okay. X. Oh, this is a cool piece too. Now I'm finding all kinds of stuff. Okay, thought that was kind of cool. I think it says bottled or botched. I'm not sure. It doesn't really matter. It looks cool. We're putting it in. And I think it would look cool like this. We'll throw that right on top of there. It's all about the cool, really cool layers. Okay, so there we go with that. Oh man, oh well. I kind of ripped something I didn't mean to rip. Oh well. Okay, we're gonna put this right into here. Or should we put that here? Down here. Nah, we'll put this right here. I think that'll look cool right there. Okay, there we go. Oh, this is a cool little piece. I like this. We'll put this right here in the middle. I almost, for like this graffiti, I almost like, well, that's not true. I just really like newspaper stuff a lot, because a lot of times a newspaper has some of the, a really cool like entertainment newspaper, at least here in Vegas, has a lot of really cool graphics. So. Like, see the graphics? I mean, they're pretty cool looking. I mean, see? The graphics are cool. Okay. Let's see what else. I'm rubbing my hands together, guys. Sorry, because I got that glue on my... Okay, let's do some more Asian stuff right through here. We'll go right there. Actually, you need to... That looks good right there. He's like, you guys, I'm trying to, I gotta get another baby wipe. My hands are just getting sticky as all get out. That's why I'm so happy that Dollar Tree baby wipes are dirt cheap, because I be going through them. I use them to paint with, I use them to wipe my hands when I'm doing mixed media. Constantly using these. Okay. Does this piece, I don't know if this piece, if I want this in here or not. No. Okay, what else do I want to do? I want this in here. I'm trying to think if I want this piece in here or not. Yeah, I think I don't. I think I'm good. I think I'm good with all that. I am going to throw in some of the clock pieces like this. I'm going to throw in some of that. We'll put a clock right there. That'll look good. I love men's old-fashioned watches. Love. Like these. Love them. Pocket watches. Those are one of my favorite kind of watches. Love them. That's gonna go perfectly up there. Look how that was just like a little tiny piece I was about to throw away. And that fits up like perfect right up here. So glad we didn't throw that away. Anything hanging off the edges will be cut off after we dry everything. So no worries there. Okay. That looks good. Let me see if we want to do a couple more watch pieces or not. I think I do. I can never get enough of the watch pieces. Watch pieces, clocks. Never get enough. I'm trying to see if I want to put any anywhere else. Like right there, that would look cool. Would it? Things to make you go, Yeah, I like that. Okay. Okay. And see, since it's tissue paper, what's cool is you see the writing underneath. You see some of this part underneath, and then you see some Asian writing come up underneath there. So that's what I like about it. It's like kind of like working with napkins. You start seeing all the stuff from underneath come up. All right, so I'm going to put this one aside, let this dry for a second. We're going to come back to this one. Oh, and people always ask me what I use. Sometimes I use for the bases of these. Sometimes I use the, what is it? Poster board, 11 by 14 poster board from Dollar Tree. And then this one today I used, because I have it and I haven't been using it. I used the, I'll show you. Actually I used watercolor paper. It's really thick. It's 11 by 15, so I had to cut it down by an inch, but it's 140 pound. But this stuff is really nice and thick and takes a lot of, it's even thicker than mixed media paper. It's really nice and thick. It's really beautiful for watercolors, but it's also beautiful for mixed media because it really, really takes everything really, really well. So anyway, that's what I used today. Let's see, I think this, okay, so now what I want to do is I want to do some napkins over top of this. I'm just starting to kind of look at my colors in through here so I kind of know what I want to use. Isn't that cool? I'm going to use that. Let me show you guys a really cool way to separate napkins. Okay, you can take a piece of tape, go like this, and just pull back, and it'll separate the napkin. Well, it doesn't always have to rip it. Okay, do it from the corner, because if not, you're going to rip the damn thing. Okay, see? Isn't that like magic? Love that. Love it. Okay. And if there's another layer, you'll take that one off too. In fact, let me just check and make sure there's not another layer. Sometimes it has three layers. Sometimes it's only 2. Yeah, this one is not 3. Okay. The other trick I like to do to get a really nice rip or tear, so you can tear out exactly what you want out of the napkin and you don't accidentally rip off what you don't want. Just take a paintbrush, put it in some water, and just go like this. Right around where you want to rip your napkin. Okay, and then, voila, see? I don't know where I've learned this from. I learned it from somebody, watching somebody's video of the many mixed media videos I watched, and I'm like, oh, fabulous idea. Okay, so let's maybe put that up here, right here. Put it right there. Just making sure I'm on still, and I am. Let's put this at an angle, make it interesting. Let me look at my time. Okay, continuing on, we're all set up with our, remember I told you I was going to try to use different paints this time, because I usually just use some acrylic paint, which you can use acrylic paint for this, just water it down so it's nice and translucent so you can see through it. You can use watercolor, you can use whatever you want that you can make translucent, okay? But you can use a cheapo, regular, Craft Smart, cheap, whatever, acrylic paints. But I wanted to use these because I got these a while back. These are Recollections watercolor crayons. So, and one thing I want to tell you, before, after this whole thing, after I glued everything down, I did go ahead and put a coat of matte medium on everything, except for the napkins, because the napkins already had the matte medium on them. But everything else that didn't have, like if I didn't put a napkin over it, then I went ahead and touched it up with some matte medium, okay? Because remember, the matte medium makes it a paintable surface, and also if you put some color down and you don't want it there, you can wipe it off still. So it also makes it wipeable until it's dry, and then once it's dry, it's not wipeable. Okay. Just want to just kind of bend this in a little bit. There we go. I think this looks really, really good. Okay, so now let's go ahead and we're just going to throw in some color here and there. I'm just going to put it in a circle here, and then after I do this, you know, I'm going to back this up for a second. There we go. Since it's water soluble, you just go ahead and take this right to the paper, and then just use some water and go like this. See? And it turns into a nice like little watercolor type of thing. It's very translucent. You can see right through it, which is what we wanted. Okay, we're just adding a little bit of translucent color here and there. Okay. Over here, let's use a little bit of this color. It's a like teal color. We'll do some there, some here, and some on top of here, a little bit there. So as you can see, it's very free form. You can do whatever you want to do. This is fun using these because I haven't used these yet. These would be good too, just if you need some background color to start your mixed media piece out. This would be great for that. It'd be great just to use in a coloring book and color some things in, or do a wash on a coloring book page. Okay, I like that. Okay. Let's see what else we want to do. We need to put some purple in here. So we'll put the purple in right here. Okay. I'm gonna put the purple right into here. Probably shouldn't be using this brush. This is what I like to use with my watercolors. Yeah, I'm gonna stop doing that because I'm really scrubbing that brush out and I'm ruining my brush. Okay, looks like one of my main watercolor brushes. I mean, this is like watercolor, which is why I was using it, but it has a lot of texture on here, so I'm just gonna change brushes. Excuse me. We'll go to this one. It'll be a lot better for this whole thing. Now, this isn't as translucent as I want it to be, so I'm gonna add more water. And then I'm going to take a paper towel and dab this. There we go. So I want it to have a purple hue to it, but I want it to be a little bit more translucent than that. This right here can have a little more purple added to it. There we go. We'll add a little more purple into here too. There we go. And let's add a little more purple over here. And the reason it's important to add some purple in here is because we have purple in, I have purple in my girl. So it's kind of important to get some purple in here. So remember, we have some purple in her headpiece in here. And even her face is outlined in a little bit of purple. And then the outfit, the outfit's in the like this sagey green. So just kind of keeping in mind the colors. And we already have a lot of green on here, like that sagey kind of green or the jewel types of greens. So we don't really need to put any green in this whole thing. We're good with the green. Oh, you know what? Let me just make sure you guys see what I'm doing down here at the bottom. So let's go like that. Okay. So I'm just adding a little bit more water. There we go. Just make this spread and keep it really translucent. So it's adding color, but you can see right through it, which is exactly what we want. Okay. We'll add a little bit of this blue color here. And we'll add a little bit more of that blue right there. I guess these are very similar to like the Tim Holtz ones, his watercolor crayons. That's what I've heard anyway. Let me make sure you can see down here. Yeah, you can see down there. Okay. Down here, I wanted to put some of the teal color. Well, wait a minute. Do I want teal down here? Let's put this teal here. Put a little bit of that right into here. If we change our mind, I can always change it up a little bit if I need to. Yeah, I like that. That looks good. Let's even take a little bit more right on top of there. Spread that out. A little green tinge I think looks really good right here. Okay. And we'll throw in a little bit of blue right here. So no white areas are left, and different little areas have a little bit of color added to them, which I think everything looks really, really good now. I really like that. Okay, so we are done with adding the color. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we are going to do some drippage at the top, which I think will look really, really cool, just dripping some color over this. And let me just see, we're going to use these Bombay inks. We could use acrylic paint and drip that, but I want to use these because I haven't used these yet too much either. So I'm always trying to pull out my stuff. We buy all this stuff and we need to be using it, so that is what I plan on doing. Just a second, guys. I'm trying to decide on what color I want to drip on here. Keeping my painting in mind and this in mind and what I want to do. I'm just trying to think of what will really show up nice, so, or it look really cool dripping down. I'm trying to think if I should do some purple dripping down, or is it going to blend in too much? We need something that's going to kind of be a pabam on the piece, but still goes with this. Okay, just a second. Let me look. I have another. I'm looking for I had some of these sitting on the side, so I'm just looking to see what these colors are. blue, this red. Okay, I'm trying to decide what color I want to be dripping down here. Things that make you go, All right, let's drip some teal. I just feel like some, not teal, some turquoise. Teal or turquoise? Or, let's see, or this aqua. Okay, I think this teal might be the answer, so let's try it. And then they also have this magenta. I think this is, yeah, this is magenta. Maybe we'll drip both, magenta and the teal. Okay, there we go. I think I found a nice little balance to what we're gonna do. I think. We'll see, people, we'll see. Okay, let me get this stuff out of my way here. My painting away from the whole thing. Okay, so I need to move this off of the top of here because this is where the drippage is going to happen. Okay, I just want to see where I'm at with the filming. So we can go like that. Okay. So here we go. We're going to go with the magenta first. Just a second, I got to open the thing. I've never even used this yet. I'm looking at the magenta and I'm feeling like that just might be like too much. So let me, I got the teal here. Okay. I'm going to pour some of this teal out just a second on my dish here. Trying to decide how I want to do this. Okay, I got some poured out on a dish here. I'm just going to use my spray bottle. Well, wouldn't you know, right when I'm doing a YouTube video, of course, my spray bottle right here would have to break. Okay, so we're going to take our brush and dip it with a lot of this and let it go. Okay, so let's deal with these two drips first. Oh, this looks cool. I'm glad I chose what I chose. Okay, you guys, so there we are so far with that. Let me do some more. Okay, let me continue dripping this down. If in the camera it looks crazy, just turn away for a minute while I get this drippage still going here. Okay, so there we go with that. Does that look cool? All right, let's try some more right here. This India ink is really, really pretty. I need to use this watercolor-wise in one of my drawings. I use a lot of watercolor. I need to use this India ink. Be pretty. I should have used it when, like at least on the clothing part. That would have been really cool. I'll show you how this looks here in just a second, guys. There we go. There's some more drippage. I think this looks cool. We're going to take this all the way across so it looks more natural with the dripping. Okay. perfect. Okay, and we'll do a little bit more dripping here. So see what I did is I just kind of just dabbed it here, and then I'm letting things fall naturally from the top too. Okay, so I just kind of squeeze my brush like right there, so see the drip right there, it's really going. Let me bring it down. Okay. I think this looks good. I'm going to do one more drip right here. And it doesn't have to go into the bottom. Got some more ink over here. Let's use this. Really press it onto the paper so it's really nice and drippy. There we go. And it's going. Good. Okay, and we might do one more here. I lied. I don't want to waste it. I have some extra India ink over here and I don't want to waste any of it, so. I would rather. There we go. Added a little bit of water. Oh, that's really cool. So I put it the India ink, I pressed it here, and then I added a little bit of water on top of it, so it really got it moving, which looks better. Okay. I feel like we need some right there. Add a little water to it. Get the drippage going. There we go. Okay, there we go. I think that looks really, really cool. Just 1 second. Once you start this drippage, it's like kind of addicting. Okay, let's drip that. There we go. Okay. So you guys can see that. I think that looks fabulous. Just clean up my India ink over here a little bit. Yeah, these right here, these are the India inks, and I really want to use these in a, when I color up my girls, I really need to use these, so those will be used. You kind of use them like watercolor, except for they're permanent once dry, so. And then we'll see how they blend together, how they, you know, I'll see, I gotta play around with them. But anyway, this is where we're at so far. This looks really, really good. Love it. I need to dry it with my dryer. Okay. So let me turn my dryer on. So just a second, I gotta do some drying. Okay, you guys, we're all set up again now for the next part. Okay, my camera cut out a little bit because I ran out of battery, so I'm not exactly sure of where it left off, but I know around where it left off. We just did the drippage here. So we had all the drips going down. Everything is dried now. I've cut out my girl. Okay, we're going to apply her on here. I think it's going to look fabulous. I deepened her skin tone a little bit so you guys can see that. I think she looks prettier with a deeper skin tone there. So I deepened her up a little bit like I told you I was going to probably do. Okay, so now we're going to do some stenciling. And we're going to stick with the colors that are in the picture itself, because when you do that, when you stick with the colors that are in it, the colors stay in the background. If you want the colors to, I mean, if you want the colors to really show up, then, you know, do something that'll make it go bam. Which we're going to do that too. We're going to do some black so that, oh Lord, just a second. That just dried up. Let's see if we can use this. You know, I had everything organized and then I run into a bottle that's all dried out. Okay. These are a couple of the colors that we're going to use because I see that's in the background here, this purple and this teal. Okay. Oh, and also, this is kind of important. This is called ART&TEA with Angie. Here's the tea. I should have done that at the beginning. Sorry, guys. I was so into getting into this that I completely forgot about showing you that and just kind of announcing welcome to ART&TEA with Angie. A little late, but oh well, we did it. Okay, so up here in the corner, I'm going to use that same kind of blue color. We're going to bring this up a little bit. And I'm going to do this flower. Let me just see. Yeah, I should be able to still see. We'll put this little flower there, I think. Yeah. And we'll do it in the teal. Okay. That looks cool. And you can just see little bits, which is fine, because that's all you really want to see in the background. It doesn't have to be, it can meld right into the background. It doesn't have to be super obvious. So, and that's what keeps making it look like it's in the background. We're going to get real bold and we're going to do some black. When we do like the final, like, you know, when you see graffiti, whatever their message is, everything, they might do some color in the background, but their message a lot of times will be done in black. Not always, but it really shows out. It lays on top of everything else and really like bam. So that's what we're going to do too. Okay, so we put some of that on there. Let's do a little bit of purple. Where is my, there. I was looking for my sponges here. Okay. Okay. There we go. Throw some purple in there. We'll throw some purple in over here. And it doesn't have to be purple on purple. You can put the purple on somewhere else. It's just the fact of using the same colors that are in your painting. Keep like the flowers that we're doing right now in the background, which is where we want them at. The background stays the background until we want things to really come out. Okay? Okay, there we go. That looks really, really pretty. Alrighty. Alright, so I'm liking that. We might throw a couple of more flowers in there. I have this flower here. We'll put that there. We'll do that into some purple. Just feel like that might look good there. Yeah, that looks good. So it's got some fun, funky stuff going on. I think that's enough with that paint there. Then what I want to do too is I want to throw some white in. White always lightens things up and brings things out a little bit. So let me get some white going here. Alrighty. Alright. Okay, see what the white does? It just really, it lightens things up, it brings things out. Should always be a little white and a little black in everything, you know? That's what I think. Some people actually don't like black in anything. They say it's not a color in nature, so they don't use it. I've heard that before. But I love black. And I love white. They really bring out your pictures. Okay. We'll do a little bit more white over here. Putting out little bits of texture here and there. Okay. I think that looks good. I might throw some a little bit right into here. Okay, throw a little bit right in here. Oh, shoot. My girl almost fell into the paint. That wouldn't have been good. I'm going to throw a little bit down here. Okay. And a little bit in the center. Okay. There we go. That's looking really, really cool, really graffiti-esque, which is what we wanted. Okay. Goal accomplished. There. Now, we want to throw in, this is the final, this is like be the final message on this whole thing. This is a really cool stencil. It's by Delta. I think I paid $1 or $2 for this stencil, you guys. It's the bomb. I love it. As you can see, I've used it a lot. It says wind, earth, and water. And my lady is like a, little hippie herby woman who like practices herbal medicine and herbal remedies. So, how cool is it to use Mother Nature, wind, earth, and water, okay, and fire. So that's going to be, you know, like when you see graffiti, they have their main message or they have their gang sign. Well, this is our gang sign. It's going to be wind, earth, water, and fire. I'm really ghetto, huh? Okay. You guys are like, you're crazy, Angela. I know. All right, so let's get some black paint out. And we're just about done because also I have to go here pretty soon because I am going to Zumba. Love me some Zumba. If you haven't tried Zumba, you guys should check it out. It is a lot of fun. It's salsa, cumbia, reggaeton, and then kind of mixing. And then sometimes they mix up the salsa, cumbia, reggaeton, and with other forms of dance. And it's just so, excuse me, it's so fun. I love it. And the hour's over before you know it. You just burn off 500 to 1,000 calories. I mean, can you imagine if you burn off 500 to 1,000 calories and you do that 4 or 5 days a week? Works miracles. Not just on looks, but also on just the health of your body, your cardiovascular system, everything. And you're doing it with something you enjoy doing. Not something that's like, oh, when's this going to be over? Because you love it, like all of us ladies, we love it so much. Like, I mean, we just feel bad if we even miss it. I mean, can you believe that? We feel bad if we miss it. Plus, it's like a party when you're in there. It's so fun. It's like just like total party fun for an hour. Oh, and you know what? I'm not going to Zumba tonight. I'm going to a thing called Mix Fit. Okay, that's another really cool exercise or dance class. You don't have to be a dancer, so don't think you have to be a dancer. They break all these things down, whether it's Mix Fit or Zumba. But Mix Fit, it's more, it's a little bit more funky. Like, I don't know. I don't want to say it's like hip. It is more hip-hoppy and more funky, and it's fun, you guys. It's just a blast. This one kid, he teaches it. He's 20 years old. I call him a kid, and he's 20. And because I'm 47, so if you're 20-something, you're a kid to me. But anyway, he teaches it. He is awesome. All the ladies love him, of course. And he's really, really good. Love him. Love his class. So that's where I'm heading to here after in about 15 minutes or 10 minutes. Hopefully I'll be done. Not that I want to leave you girls and guys, but I do have to get to my class. Okay. So, look how cool this is looking, you guys. I love it. I so knew what I was doing when I got this stencil. Not really, but I'm so glad I got it. This is so cool. I love it. All right. Just check my camera. Make sure I'm in frame still. Yeah, we're still in frame down here. Yeah. Okay. I have my girl and I want to see where I want to put her. I'm thinking if I want to put her right in the middle. And this I'm going to like probably tear off here. Oh, and I made a copy of her. This isn't the original. I made a copy of her. So I usually keep all my originals, and then I also put my originals in the computer, and that's a good idea for you if you want to keep your artwork in case you ever lose it or it gets wet or something like that. Then it's in your computer also. So I do that too. So I'm trying to think if I want to put her here. And the reason I make a copy, and then then I can, you know, I can use her in other projects, and then I also, before I colored her, I also made a copy of that, so that if I want to like totally, you know, color her up differently, I can. So, do I want to put her there? Do I want to put her in the middle like that? I'm trying to think how I want to do this. Or do I like her better down here? And then all this stuff going on above her head. I'm trying to decide, people. Just 1 second. I'm sure you guys are all like, have your opinion. You're like, no, no. Or does she look better in the middle? I'm just trying to decide. She looks good anywhere. That's the problem. Usually I get like a definitive answer in my brain of which one I should do. Okay, I feel that we should do it down here, because she's kind of floating here, and I can go ahead and put something. Well, you know what? She won't be floating, because you know what? I'll take something and put something around in through here, so she won't be floating here. You know what? We're gonna do the middle, and then I'm gonna tear this off the bottom. I'm gonna make a decision. Darn it! Right now. I'm tired of myself and the indecisiveness. So let's put her here. Bam! This is where she's going. She's just going to go right in the middle. Now, to make her look like she belongs part of this whole thing, I am going to then take some of my collage fodder and, you know, maybe right down into here, do some stuff here. Also, I'll draw some hair strands out like that, and do that. So let me go ahead and put her down. Let me see how much time we have left on the clock. Okay, we're doing good. I took so darn long to decide what the heck I was going to do. Now, when you're going to glue her down, I would not use the matte medium, and I would not put matte medium over her. For one, this is a copy, but a copy can bleed. And also, since I do a lot of mixed media, I do watercolor with pencil over the watercolor and all kinds of stuff. Sometimes I use a little bit of acrylic. Like her, this is acrylic. This was watercolor. That was watercolor with Prismacolor pencil over. You never know what the heck, even if it's not a copy, what's going to bleed. So I would not put the matte medium on top of it. So I'm going to use Eileen's Tacky to tack her down. It tacks it down good. Okay. So much decision making. Okay. I need to get some things put away here. Okay. I had to get myself another one of these real quick. All right. And I'll probably surround her with some flowers down and through here like this, probably. We'll see. You never know until you get into it. But I probably will use napkins, I think. We'll see. Okay. I'm trying to get my Eileen's Tacky. It's like this right here. It's like so thick. The bottle's like crazy. Okay. So, what I like to do is I like to, let me move that to the side. I like to get a piece of like wax paper or deli paper, it doesn't matter. Nice clean sheet, and put her down on this so that anything that's on my desk doesn't get on my piece. Because I will have a heart attack. If that was to happen, I'd be like, ah, no, 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 no. There we go. Alright, still trying to get some more Eileen out of. Let me bang you guys for a second, sorry. Alright, we got the Eileen's Tacky out now. It is so thick. Oh my gosh. Okay. Is that why Eileen's Tacky is so good? Because it's like so thick? Or is mine just this thick? I don't know. Who knows? I think Eileen's is always pretty thick though. Mine seems a little extra thick though. We'll see. Okay. I don't really like to move that because I don't want my face, the face of my girl here to get in the glue. So hopefully that didn't just happen when I moved it. Okay. Alright, we got her fully covered with glue so that everything tacks down nicely. Okay, let me wipe off my hands. We'll remove this, move the piece. We'll throw this away right away, and I just throw that wax paper right away. Let's put our piece back here. Okay. And let's put her right here where we wanted her. About right there. Okay. And tack her right down. That's what I love about this Eileen's. It just tacks things right down and tacks them down nicely. Okay, make sure your hands are nice and clean if you're going to go over the face area. There we go. Oh, this looks nice. I'm really, really in love with this. I think this looks really, really good. And am I afraid to draw something and then cut it out and put it on here? No, I'm not. I think it looks good. I like it. It's mixed media. I can really focus in on the girl and I don't have to worry about getting anything on her. So applying her afterwards, it's all good with me. And then I make prints of all my work. And so you don't feel like any of the texture. You just see how cool it looks. So it even looks better when you do prints. I mean, I like it like this because you can feel the texture, and that's one really cool aspect. But then it's really cool too when it looks all really, really smooth because it's a print. And that looks nice too. So anyway, love this. Okay, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and off camera, I'm going to go ahead and finish this up. I'm going to put something down, figure out what I want to put down here to blend her into the rest of this picture. And then I will be back to show you guys the end result. Okay? All right. Talk to you in a little bit. Okay, guys, I'm back here. I am finished. I finished up the piece. Remember I told you guys I was going to just go ahead and go off camera and decide what I was going to put down here. I used a part of a napkin with some magnolias, I think. Anyway, I took a piece of the magnolias off the napkin here and here, and then I put another butterfly here. And then I took, and what I like about this is you can see all the layers, because it's a napkin, you can see all the layers down here below. Everything that was below this, you can see those layers underneath. So it makes this look really, really cool. I put this butterfly here, and then I went ahead and took my white Posca pen, which I'm really loving this white Posca, you guys. These are awesome. They're kind of expensive. They're kind of ridiculous, but, well, okay, they're not that expensive, like $3 or $4 a marker, so that is expensive, but what's expensive is the shipping. So you have to make it worth your while. You need to order like maybe 3 or 4 of them, probably 4 or 5 really, so that the shipping's worth it. Because if not, you're going to pay $5 or $6 for shipping for one pen. So I think I ordered 4 of them, I think. Yeah, to make it worth my while, anyway. Because you can't just go buy these. You have to order them online. It kind of perturbed me. I'm trying to think where I got it. They have them on Amazon and Jerry's Artorama. And I can't remember if I ordered from Jerry's Artorama, or if I did it Amazon. I can't remember. Anyway, the shipping was about the same. Okay. So I took my white Posca pen and I put some little dots on the butterfly, which I thought really added a little to it. And then I just thought to take my white Posca pen and put some white little dots. Let me see if you can, let me go right down at the bottom on the flower right here. So yes, let me just move my camera a little bit, and I'm going to zoom in on parts of the picture. I think she turned out really, really cute. Really, really cool. I love it. She's my little herbalist. Doesn't she look like she's an herbalist, like she practiced herbs? I love it. Okay. She's my little hippie herbalist. My herbally hip hippie. Okay, so there we go. And then let me come in a little closer here. So you can kind of see that. Ooh. Okay, that's a little close. Just a second, people. There she is close up. That looks really, really pretty. I like that close-up of her. Okay. And then there's that. Okay, so let me zoom out a little bit more. There we go. That's a good way to look at it. There, and then let you go and look all the way at the bottom. Okay. So you can look a little bit closer. Then you can see like the little white dots I did on the leaves. I think turned out really cool. Okay, so we're going to bring this back here. We're going to zoom out a little bit more. There we go. Bring this up. Sorry you guys for the camera stuff here, but just wanted to do a little zooming in, and so you guys can see all of it. So you guys, if you stuck with me through the whole video through ART&TEA with Angie, this is going to be a piece that I am going to go ahead and put into my Etsy shop, prints of it, and also leave a comment below, and I'm going to pick a few people out to send prints to. And I'm looking at the date. I'll give it a week like I usually do. Let me just I'm looking at my phone real quick at the calendar. Okay, so I can look and see. Today's the 19th. So we'll just do next Tuesday. So next Tuesday, we'll do a giveaway with this. So just leave a comment below and you'll be in the giveaway as long as you leave a comment. And I'll pick probably 3 or 4 winners. And you guys can get a print. Get a print of this. And I do it on really nice, and this is kind of a little tip also for anybody else who wants to make prints of their work. I go to Office Depot, and I get brochure paper, you guys. Brochure paper is nice. It's nice and thick, and it's really nice and shiny, and it takes, when you go to, and then I get my prints done there too. When I take it over to, at Office Depot, after I buy the paper, the brochure paper, I go and have them print it. When it's on that brochure paper, oh my gosh, it is so beautiful. The other thing is, I have a video that says, I'm sharing my art journey with you. Watch that, and I have specifics of the different things I have them set up to do my prints. Like, I think it's, I can't remember what it is, but it's in that video. So go to that video and look at that if you want to know more about printing out your prints on brochure paper. To get some specifics, you can tell them when you go to get really nice prints done. And the other thing I do is when I want 11 by 14 prints, I bought my, I actually use photograph paper for the 11 by 14s, and it's 11 by 14 photograph paper I get at Costco, and you have to order it online. So, but I will be giving you, I will be sending the winners of this one a 8 by 10 on the brochure paper. And like I said, it's really nice. It has a nice thickness. It makes the picture it's real nice and glossy and shiny. It's beautiful. So, okay, you guys, that is it. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to tell you guys. Well, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd love for you to do so and give this video a thumbs up. That would be great. If you want, oh yeah, please leave a comment so you're in. So I just love to hear your comments, period. But then also you will be in the drawing for next week. If you're interested in any of my art, you can go visit me at my shop, and it's www.myfairytreasures.etsy.com. And then check out, I started doing some herbal videos, teaching you how to make different herbal remedies for yourself. And I've intermixed my art in there. Like, this is one of the ones definitely that will be in one of my herb videos, because I created her, this little herbalist, this little herbally hippie here. So check those out. And I think that's it. And remember, guys, Always be creating, sharing, and teaching. All right, I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye.